going on, guys? It's me, Command RXKY. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to play Jett on attack. So yeah, the first jump is gonna be going from here on top of these boxes where you could clear out here, here, and here. You're gonna smoke this and you're gonna somewhere like that. That's the first rush route. Now, the second one is from here to close, the garage door. And then you can clear out CT. So, yeah. So you're gonna smoke this out, dash and close that, and then you've got easy picks from here. Or, here, I guess, when it's closing. And you've also got easy entry into sight. You can go this way while your teammates push that. So yeah, that's all I have for Ascent attack, and here's my play for defense. Alright, so the next peak spot, which is pretty much the only one I have for defense on Descent, is instantly peeking tiles. Now this will require like a lot of good aim. So if you don't have the aim, then I recommend you just play like behind like here, though you're not making much of an impact as a duelist. But this peak requires just some good aim. You can get a pick off of here and then just not dash that way. You can get a pick off of here and then dash. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for Ascent. The next map is Split, and this map, it will require a little bit of teamwork in specific areas. So for example, like Omen would play like here, blind ramps, while you go and then dash up this way. Okay, so the first push is on A site on attack. You're gonna have your Omen blind this if you have one. Now that blind is gonna take a little bit, and he's gonna instantly blind it, and then you're gonna dash up and then get the pick. So as long as somebody is instantly peeking this, then you've got a blind on them and you've got a shot on them with ease. The next one is really generic, but you're just gonna smoke this out, double updraft on top of it, and then you're gonna get the pick on somebody down here. I'm gonna try to correct it this time. Yeah, there you go. And then you get the pick on somebody there while the smoke is covering you from rafters. And if somebody's holding here, you've got your smoke defense. If you can get a pick there and flick over and get the pick there, then you've got two easy entries. And if anybody's rafters, that's even more picks. I mean, you're just playing the duelist role correctly at that point. Usually just peek like a ramp, so I would be very vulnerable to a play like I showed on A attack. But that's pretty much the only thing you can really do defense-wise on this map on A site. But the next thing you can do is go over to B site, and the moment the round starts, you can peek this, and you want to crouch, because usually, I mean, in pretty much any ranked lobby above like bronze or silver, they're aiming pretty much for your head, and that only on this peak, and it's actually gotten a lot more popular recently. So you could peek this, or you could close peek this and try to do like a little Ferrari peek off the bat. So like go like this and this, and yeah, you can dash away after the pick, and it's pretty one-sided if you're peeking far, because they're peeking you like this. By that time you're already there. You could also jet dash up like immediately like this, so you have control before they even get there. So, yeah, that's about it for Split. Alright, so the next map I'm gonna be going over is Haven. Fuck, redid it. So the next map I'm gonna be going over is Haven. Now this map is kind of complicated for rush routes, but they shouldn't be too hard once you actually take the time to learn the map. As Jett, there's a lot of places where you can dash, which the first one I'll be showing you is A. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get like up here, and then you're gonna dash into here, smoking it so you have cover, and then you can peek out to the right, get a pick hell or heaven, and get a pick to the left here. They used to work, they work. There you go. You like that? That. Yeah. And then you can even hold CT once you have the picks on A site. And if there's anybody from here, then they've got the disadvantage because they have to peek you. And yeah, that's my push for A site. Now C site is also pretty generic. It's just you smoke and then you dash in here. Most likely you're gonna peek this, have an aim duel with whoever's holding it. If it's an opera, this push is going to be much harder, but you get the pick here, smoke this, dash in, peek out here, and then you've got picks here, here, and depending on where they play, you could possibly get picks here and here. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that jet rushes like that aren't really expected. So the next one is going to be here. This one's really generic and it's easy to fuck up also. So, yeah, you could push up here, get a pick on people down here, waiting to peek that. But they wouldn't expect a jet on top of them. But that's also the same thing with here. They're gonna have to push into a smoke whilst you're pushing out of it like that. And normally you could just pre-fire this, and you've got logs covered for both pushes, so that's what I have for C. Now, B is pretty much the exact same stuff, it's just dash up, get up on this, and you can get a pick. So, you smoke this out, and then you've got easy clear on Link, and behind here where a lot of B players play. And if you've got a Sage on the enemy team, normally you don't jet push like a Sage wall that's up here. And if they're on top of any of these, they probably won't have enough time to react depending on how good you are at the game. So yeah, now here's my defense peaks. Now my defense peaks, I mostly just play A and C, so I don't have anything for B. But the first one is you can peek this, get a pick here, because a lot of people like peeking this, and if it's an A push, it could be easy picks depending on how good you are compared to your enemies. So if you can get a pick and then dash away, then you're playing the duelist role on defense pretty much perfectly, I'd say. And the next one for A would be holding here, because what I've learned from the lobbies that I'm in is that they never expect somebody holding this. They push down here, they're just pulling out their gun to pre-aim this, and they normally don't expect somebody like me holding this, get a pick there, and then you run away. You don't even need to use any abilities, you've got an easy pick. Now, my peaks for C are not really peaks, they're more like holds, because that's mostly how you should play defense. Are kind of like off angles, I guess. I see a couple people playing this. I just play window, and I hold for a peek here, because I've got the good crosshair placement for a peek. And then the next one is right here, where you could hold this. If they have a Phoenix, which mostly on Haven they do, they'll flash this out, and if they don't, then you really don't have to look away, but for the most part, you could look away for a second, wait for the flash, and then look back and get the pick. Or you could play on top of this, which it's kind of I'd say it's worse than holding this because they don't always pre-aim this. They normally would pre-aim window or these boxes. And yeah, that's my haven. That's pretty much all I really have to show for my aggressive Jett plays. So hope you guys enjoyed the video and bye.